guys, Captain Brandon Nelson here. Today we got a little bit of a different kind of video for you. We're gonna do a walkthrough of our 36-foot Yellowfin, kind of go through the boat, talk to you guys about the boat and why we chose it for our charter platform here in San Diego, California. So let's hop aboard. All right, guys, we're gonna start up in the bow of our boat here, which is a 2017 36-foot Yellowfin. A lot going on the bow, so we'll kind of cover as much as we can here. Forwardmost part here, we have the anchor locker, which is perfect for storing your anchor, chain, and rode. We have the Fortress, I think it's the FX16, along with our chain and rode for all the kind of anchoring we do here in Southern California. Another thing you'll notice is everything forward here is recessed. So if you wanted to step up, make a cast on a nice day, something like that, totally doable. Also forward here are 2 running gun rod holders. Throw your jig stick in there when we're running on a spot of fish. Super convenient. As we walk down a little bit, you'll notice these grab rails that run along all the way to the bow here. Super good for safety when you're running or just walking around the boat. Also below that here, we have this boat fully 360 degrees combing bolsters. So no more bruises on your hips, your shins, all that kind of stuff. Really comfortable thing. And as you can notice, just as I step back, just the enormity of the bow here can fit 3 or 4 guys up here just forward of the coffin box, no problem casting jig sticks and stuff, which is one of the prominent features that we really looked for when we chose this boat. All right, guys, we're going to check out kind of the in-deck features of the boat here as well as the coffin box. Really nice about the Yellowfins, all of the in-deck boxes are plumbed they're macerated. So they're all the blood and guts and stuff that gets into these holds can be pumped overboard. It's not going down into your bilge, get your bilge all nasty. Really nice feature that, and when I'm looking at a boat, is mandatory for me. But we'll check this forward one most out here. Also a fish hold, but can also be used for storage. Good size space, you can store fish, ice, fishing tackle if you needed to. That hatch there is to access the bow thruster on this boat. But just one of the many fish holds / storage holds that this boat has. Now we look at the coffin box. One of the nice things about this boat is it has the extra large coffin box. So it's almost 1.5 feet longer than some of the other coffin boxes you'll see on similar boats, which is really important for us because it enables us to store these big bluefin that we're targeting in here. We can fit 3 or 4 depending on the size in here. So really nice because you don't have the kill bags on the deck, you don't have just stuff tripping around. Really nice feature, keeps ice extremely well, holds just about 300 pounds of ice, and then it just drains straight onto the deck and through the gutters there. Also, you'll see on the side here 4 additional rod holders that we use for running gun. Throw your jig sticks in there, just to make everything easy for you guys casting on fish. This box is what we primarily use for fish hold, but if we're targeting kind of smaller grade fish and stuff, we'll throw them in the back boxes there and use this for just additional dry storage as well. Kind of the last couple of features forward of the console here in the bow. We'll talk about these 2 side index storage hatches here. They can be used for dry storage or fish holds if you want. We use them for our safety equipment, EPIRBs, flares, fire extinguishers, first aid, and all of our life jackets, kids life jackets, adult life jackets, as well as our throwable devices are on the other side there as well. But just this box runs all the way up a couple more feet there forward there, just another large space to put stuff. Just kind of speaking to the size of the boat here and the amount of storage you have. And then as we come over to the console here, really nice feature, kind of separate your fish and stuff. Another ice box here, able to put your waters, drinks, beers, sodas, as well as sandwiches or any other kind of stuff you want to keep cold for consumption there. Yellowfin does a real nice job of keeping everything kind of separate, and we really appreciate that. Alright guys, moving down towards the back of the boat here, we're in the transom. A couple more in-deck holds here, as you'll see. Like I said earlier, we use them for kind of your smaller fish, yellowtail, yellowfin tuna, rockfish, dorado, stuff like that when we don't have to use the big cooler. But you'll see awesome size here. We can fit more than we're going to catch in there, keeps ice well, and it's also plumbed and macerated, which is huge for us. Also moving to the back here, one of 2 wells this boat has, transom well, 55 gallons, and then inside of the lean post here is another 80-gallon well, which enables us to hold more than enough bait for a day's fishing. And kind of one of the main upgrades we did in the off season here was a Best Marine sea chest. You guys can check that out here. Really nice feature. If you've ever ran a step pole boat, you know how getting air in the lines when you're running can be a bit of an issue in keeping your live bait nice and healthy. But we have solved that problem here this season with the Best Marine sea chest. Also allows us to regulate the flow there, depending on if we have healthy bait or the bait has been not in the receiver for very long. We kind of have to, we're able to manage the flow based on how the bait looks, which is really important for us. As you'll see around the bilge here too, very clean. Not typical of a charter boat, but we like to keep our stuff in tip-top condition here, just so we know what's going on at all times. We can suspect leaks or anything. Just allows us to keep a good grasp of what's going on in terms of the boat. Close that up, and now the 80-gallon live well is underneath this seat here, which is a pretty cool feature. This one is pressurized, 80 gallons, can hold more than enough bait for a day's fishing there. Close this hatch here, pressurizes the system, no sloshing. And then you close this right here. Great seat for a guy or two when you're running or just fishing right here, really nice feature. Looking at the port side of the boat here, guys, a couple of things we did throughout the season last year is we added 2 heavy-duty swiveling rod holders, primarily using those for sword fishing. Allows the rods to swivel back and forth so you don't have to take them out of the rod holder when you do hook a fish. And then below those are located our Hubble plugs for our hooker electric reels. So fully set up for sword fishing, as well as makes it really nice for kite fishing for bluefin as well. Nice feature we have there on the port side of the boat. Alright guys, one of the most important features of any boat is its power. And this boat is powered by triple Mercury Verado 300 horsepower engines. These are the 2.6 liter supercharged engines. This is the latest, the last generation that they made of the 300 horsepower with the supercharger. And Mercury has kind of steered away from that stigma of being the fastest but not the most reliable. These engines and the newer engines that they're coming out with nowadays are super reliable, super clean, super efficient, and very fast. We're looking forward to using these engines for years to come, but also really looking forward to that new V8 platform that they have to give us a little more efficiency, a little more speed, just overall really great product for Mercury up and down the line. One of the things that's really important about a triple engine boat as opposed to a twin engine boat, for some reason you lose an engine 50-60 miles offshore. In a twin engine boat, you're only going to be going 7 or 8 miles an hour going home. The advantage of having triples with one engine down, you still have 600 horsepower. This boat is able to get on plane and go 30-40 miles an hour with just 2 engines, which is critical for those long runs, reliability, and just having that peace of mind when you're very far offshore. One more thing, or a couple more things about the engines here in the power plant of the boat. As you can see, 900 horsepower enables us to go pretty fast, which was a huge factor what we're looking for in terms of our current fishery and even for years to come. Being able to go 40-50 miles an hour on an average day here in Southern California is truly a game-changing experience for our current fishery. We're able to make these long runs anywhere from 40 to 60 to 100 miles offshore in terms of 1, 2, and 3 hours rather than 4, 5, and 6 hours. Really a big difference here in terms, as you can see with more and more of these high performance center consoles coming into the market. It's just a game-changing experience. All right guys, another very important feature or area of the boat here is the helm. Kind of talk to you guys how we laid it out, how we equipped it, some of the features it has. But as you can see, we're Simrad guys. We like the Simrad product. Been super reliable, super good detail in terms of the fish finder, radar. Just been a really good product to use. Not to say any of the other products are bad. They're all putting out good products nowadays, but we're just have a preference to Simrad. As you see up above here, we're ICOMs. We like ICOM radios. Super powerful, super reliable. Just overall good VHF radios. Here we have the Mercury SmartCraft. Gives you all your readings for the Mercuries, engines, trim, all that kind of stuff. Your Helm dual binnacle for the triple controls, as well as the trim tabs, easy control there. You'll hear those things popping in and off. Another nice feature I like to use when I'm running the boat, not necessarily fishing, is I'll put the Simrad on the instrument panel there. That way I can get the water pressure, the boost, oil pressure, and the temperature of every single motor there, along with the RPMs there on the SmartCraft. Just allows me to really monitor what's happening with the engines. As it is a little bit different running a triple engine boat, just because of the heights of the engines are a little bit different if you're running in rough seas or whatnot. Another great feature is the C-zone that Yellowfin does. It takes a little bit getting used to, but it's really nice. As you'll notice around the dash here, there's no buttons, nothing for your switches and your pumps, your lights. Everything is integrated into the electronics. And you might say, oh, what happens if the C-zone fails? There are fail safes located inside the console there to where you can access everything and essentially hardwire whatever you need on for some reason the C-zone were to fail. A really nice feature. I can control all of my pumps, all of my lights, electronics, the stereo, everything through this control, as well as through the Simrad has that function as well. This boat has a bow thruster, not super necessary for a boat of this size, but it's not bad to have in those windy situations. Tilt helm, nice depending on which way you're riding. We put these bolsters in here because you like to get up and ride, see over, it gives you a good view when you're running offshore. This boat has the kind of twin helm chairs with the flip up bolsters, really comfortable, get you nice and comfy for those long rides out. And then when you're kind of up fishing where you need to be, you got the bolster there, really comfortable option. Looking down in here, Yellowfin does a nice job of kind of keeping everything where you can see it and where you can work on it. In here we have our entire battery bank there, along with the battery switches. So if anything were to happen, we have to pull a battery out. Really super easy to do. And you can trace the wires really nicely as well. Some people don't like that, and they don't like the exposed wiring in the console there. I prefer it, honestly, just so I can see what's going on. If I need to fix something, I need to change something out, it just makes everything really easy to work on, which is really important for us. All right, we're gonna go open the tower now. Really a new feature, really excited about it. Can't wait to show you guys. All right guys, one of the main items in the off season we checked off here was a full tower here from Profab. Good buddy Josh built us this beautiful tower here. As you'll notice, we'll pan a little later and show you the piping and everything, but this tower is oversized 2-inch pipe through and through. We're gonna have no issues with failing, cracks and stuff like that. We built the tower to withstand a commercial charter use, as well as to be aesthetically pleasing, and I think Josh really hit a home run on that. But looking at the box here, we have our Simrad MFD here, able to do chart plotter, fish finder. I can see all the engine instrumentations through here as well. And like I said, down below, we can also access all of our switching from here as well. Really nice feature. Another, again, center helm, tilt and everything, trim tabs. Really nice feature. Really happy to have that. And then again, your Mercury controls here for everything on the engines. Also threw up a power switch up here, charge your phone, charge your camera, stuff like that. And then in terms of our communications, like we looked at down there, up in the tower here, we have another VHF radio to talk on VHF channels, whichever one we might be on for the day. And then kind of another good deal here is our 2 meter, able to talk with our other charter guys there on the 2 meter. Just a more powerful radio, works on different frequencies, and allows us to talk further distances with our guys there. So really happy with how this turned out here. Really excited to get to using this whole platform as the season starts to ramp up here. I'll show you around a little bit more of the tower here in a second. A couple more features of the tower we're going to discuss here. We went with a composite hardtop here as opposed to canvas, just out of preference. It's easier to maintain for us. Personally, I think it looks better. And then you'll see our 4 antennas up there, 2 VHS, a 2 meter, and then a tracking antenna for our other systems there. And then probably, without a doubt, one of the most important features of a tower is its seat, because that's where you're going to be spending most of your time there. And Josh did a great job of designing this seat with the wraparound bolster. Totally able to get 1-2 guys in here, no problem. Glassing all day, super comfortable, which is the main feature in a tower you're looking for, somewhere you're going to be comfortable glassing for hours on end. So really happy with how that turned out. As you can see, we'll show you in some other shots, he also did a great job of tying in the pipe work with the existing pipe work that was on the boat, making everything look real good, like it came out of the factory, but almost better, in my opinion. At this tower, we also got 18 rod holders across the back. We'll show you that in a little bit. But this boat has over 45 rod holders on board, so plenty for your days fishing there. We can carry enough tackle to do whatever we're gonna do for a day there. So we're gonna hop back down, kind of do a wrap up, and that'll be that. A couple more odds and ends things here, guys, that we forgot throughout the boat that we're just gonna touch on again. Underneath this coffin box is another giant storage hold slash fish hole. Once again, plumbed for overboard. We don't usually use it for fish hole just because the rams inside there kind of obstruct any kind of larger fish that you're gonna put in there. But it's great for storing stuff. We put bean bags, we put kill bags, we put our fillet board in there. Just another giant storage space that's really nice to have. Another cool feature on either side of the console here is trash cans. Throw your drinks, throw your trash through the day in there. Just so you don't have another bucket or something on the deck there cluttering up. Boat has 2 trash cans, which is nice. And then the final kind of thing we'll look at here is the console that I talked about a little bit earlier. We use it primarily for storing our tackle, helium tanks, kites, and any dry storage that our clients bring aboard here. Large space, but I also talked about that access to all the rigging and electronics there, making it nice and easy. But yeah, that's it. Also, this boat is equipped with a full jail audio sound system. Nice crisp audio there when you're cruising at 40-50 miles an hour. Just another added experience to our stuff there. Alright guys, just wrapping everything up here. Hope you enjoyed the video. Kind of give you guys a walkthrough of the boat for a couple of different purposes. For somebody that's interested in chartering us, gives you a good idea of the platform that you're looking at. Or if somebody's looking at this kind of boat in particular for purchase. I know we were scouring the internet when we were looking for boats, and there wasn't a lot of content like this out there. So we just wanted to put it out there, show you guys how this boat's equipped, how we equipped it. I want to run through some of the stuff we did in the off season. Obviously, the tower was huge, big deal there. Full second station, Simrad, Mercury, power steering, everything up in the tower. I'm really looking forward to using that this year. We replaced the Halo radar from Simrad this year, full warranty job. And then throughout the entire boat, we replaced it all with Rigid Industries high power LED lighting. We have a light bar, 5 spreader lights throughout the boat, and then all of the undergunner lighting as well. And then what we looked at in the stern there too is the Best Marine sea chest, which is going to be a really big deal for us in terms of managing and regulating our bait, because it was a little bit of a learning curve last year. Talking more about that learning curve, when we got the boat last year, it was pretty much bare bones, besides electronics, hardtop, stuff like that. And we took the year and fished the boat as is. And from then, we've kind of built the boat out to how we fish and how we like it. So you'll see all the rod holders up and down the side of the boat, the tower, the different electronics, the Best Marine sea chest. This was all stuff we learned in the process of fishing last year, that we say, hey, if we had this upcoming year, it'd be a lot better experience for us and our customers. So we're really excited to get into 2021 here. The boat's fully equipped, fully ready to go. As you can see, we take immaculate care of this boat. It's waxed regularly, cleaned regularly. It's just really a great platform, which speaks to Yellowfin. The ride speaks for itself. The Yellowfin 36 is kind of their flagship model, the bread and butter kingfish tournament boat that they use on the East Coast. This boat is meant to go fast. It's meant to go through rough seas. And if anybody that's fished with me knows that. So we look forward to you guys seeing the video. Hopefully we'll have you guys out on the water here soon. If you are interested in chartering, look us up on luckybeesportfishing.com or my Instagram at Captain Brandon Nelson. See you guys on the water.